You mean to tell me we're actually going to see Red Key? What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do mean to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. Hey, another fun fact. Yeah! You know what? Oh, this is a part one. This chapter's gonna be short, ain't it? Oh, darn, this chapter. I see the scroll bar. Man, this chapter's gonna be short. All right. Well, golly gee willy, y'all may actually get a blow-up review that's under 30 minutes. I'll see. Because I'm actually intrigued that we're actually seeing this. I thought it was just gonna be Kira and Nagi. And then they were never gonna touch the field except Nagi somehow. But would it be the case? All right, hold on. It's peak every week. You know, I trust the Mora Sensei and Kaneshiro Sensei whenever. I hope they recover. I don't know. It's rare. Usually whenever it's like a part 1, part 2 situation, it's because the Mora's not feeling well. Usually Samora, like, I don't think it's ever Kaneshiro, because Kaneshiro is the writer. Like, I mean, I'm not saying you should write one sick, but like, I assume it's probably Nomura. But regardless, whichever one it is, I hope they recover well. So this is a part 1. But I'm excited. Obviously, like, we kind of knew this was going to be happening simultaneously. And presumably this takes place a bit after. Like I'm assuming the Nigeria game is already in the past, right? Because notably, if Buratsuta, if Buratsuta is on screen right now, like he's actually there, Japan Football Union chairman, if he's actually there, then that means Nigeria has to be over. And if we're seeing Red Key, then obviously Red Key needs to be happening after the first game, because Nagi has to be in Red Key, unless he's like a super late edition. So I'm intrigued. So let's not waste any more time. Let's hop right into chapter 327. Blue Lock, which is known as Birdcage, Part 1. Hello there, geniuses! Okay, let me not do that. That's not. Hello, geniuses. You're the 300 plus 1. 300 plus 1? Oh, I'm assuming Nagi's the plus 1. Alright, what voice? It's been so long since I voiced Buratsuta. What voice I give him? Hello there. Well, you know what? I'll give him the Taurus voice. It's because no one else in Blue Lock really gets the Taurus voice, because no one's really like grizzled like that. The only other character I could see getting the Taurus voice is like the PIFA chairman, Ray Dark. But when are we gonna see him again? Well, presumably though, when we see him again, he's probably gonna be with Buratsuta. So maybe I shouldn't. But like, these characters appear so rarely that I'm not gonna get too complicated with it. So, he's gonna get this voice. Hello, geniuses. You're the 300 plus 1 strikers I've personally selected. Oh, I remember this guy. This is the guy that everyone was making. This is the guy that everyone was making fun of when he first got revealed. Like, everyone's like, well, we'll be real. Everybody in their mama, including my mama, who has never read a Blue or a Lock, was like, it's probably just gonna be Nagi and Kira. Like, no one else really matters. But what certified that utmost for everybody was seeing this guy as one of the selections. And like, don't get me wrong, the Blue Lock 23 right now does have some silly characters, but they all have serious designs. Even the softest designs of our actual current Blue Lock 23 is like Nanase or Hiyori. Even then, they have serious character designs. This guy, unless I'm mistaken, he's just a joke. And most of these characters don't look they could hold actual Blue Lock time at all. So, and I just looked a little further down. There he is. Let's see. I personally selected. You have one mission. Wait. Yeah. Surpass Blue Lock and become the world's best striker. Oh, wait. There's Hiragi. There's... I forget his name. Is that the snake guy? I think it's the snake guy. These two are both from episode Nagi. This guy looks like he may have like some potential. His forehead's fat, just like mine. But here's the guy I was looking for. Though admittedly, I genuinely don't like. I have no idea. This is the one thing. Interesting for everyone who was hoping, coping, fiending, screaming, and creaming for a Kira comeback. I'm happy y'all were right for y'all, and obviously this was confirmed a while ago that he was going to be in the selection at all. But he should be. And I know. It's a soccer manga, pencil man. Not everything is power scaling and power creep. I know. Except not really. Blue Lock is as close. Well, not as close. I've heard other sports manga have very, very heavy power scaling implications. But in terms of sports manga that are basically battle manga, Blue Lock is definitely up there. And Kira was like, he was better than start of Series Isagi. Yeah. But he was barely better. what kind of training could he have done to compare to just the first 3 selections, right? Like, just the first 3 selections. But not only that, then the U20 game. And not only that, then the entire Neo Ignis League and training under the Masters. And not only that, the first game, like, how is he going to be comp at all? He should still be a bum. Like, unless, like, I have no idea how Kira is going to compete. Nagi, he legit just got locked off, right? He can just come back and that's fine. I still think Nagi currently, even in his watch state, is better than some of the actual 23. And I say you're a real cool cat. Why are you there? Kiori, you're a real cool cat. You are literally just a platinumized character. You're gonna need more. You're gonna need more. Hiyori is actually really, really good. I'm not gonna play Hiyori like that. But still, man, I need you to do something next game. Please, 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 Hiyori. Please. As a person who actually likes your character, I need you to do more than just fail. I'm not gonna say anything about my baby boy. My baby boy's good. But overall, I'm looking at some of them, and I'd still say Nagi is probably just a better character. Especially locked in Nagi, but obviously we're unmotivated Nagi. But then we have the new devour, destroy blue lock thing that he's doing now. So like, there's all that. That's clean. That's smooth. That's buttery. That's delicious even. Kira cannot be comp, bro. He cannot be comp without making the narrative feel a little bit wacky. But at the same time, I think it's okay if he somehow makes it. But actually, no. Even someone like realistically, he shouldn't be better than Hiragi. He shouldn't be better than Emizu. I forget the snake guy's name. Like he shouldn't be better than either of these two because they at least went through the selections, right? And no, in fact, they didn't go through the select. They also they didn't play though. They didn't play though. But at least they both also have Neo Ignis League training. If I'm pretty sure they have Neo Ignis League training. So like these two should clear Kira. I have no idea how this guy's gonna be a threat. But let's see. Ryosuke? Well, I'm assuming it's like Sasuke or Heisuke. So, Ryosuke Kira. Surpass Blue Lock and become the world's best striker. To that end, we'll be holding a careful selection, and the surviving 2 players will get a chance. Okay, I see. But, I do like how it's 2, because Sei's spot is already locked. Though, I do, like, if there's one thing I do want to see, admittedly, I don't think we'll see it for a while, right? I don't think we're ever good. Like, Sei's probably not gonna meet with Blue Lock until the group stage is over, right? So we're gonna lock him off for a bit. But I do actually I would love to see him talk with Blue Lock as they're in the group stage still, mainly because I would love to see him be like, y'all were buns, and then I want everyone to be like, gang, we swept them 4-0, and he's like, and I want him to say what he said in last chapter, like, you could have swept them 8-0. What do you mean? They're buns. You're buns too. Like, y'all should have gotten double-digit goals. If I was there, you would have gotten triple-digit goals. I do want to see him talk his talk a little bit before he just gets thrown into the team, because he's gonna be thrown into the team, right? Like, there's no, like, even with how egolicious ego is, there's no way on this good green earth that he's gonna see Sei as another option and be like, yeah, I'm not gonna use him. It's only the ones I've selected. Come on now. Ego ain't stupid. But like, for Kira and especially for Nagi, right? The big issue that those two are going to have is they're going to have to somehow break 14 players' legs. You're going to have to brutalize 14 players to get Nagi on the pitch. Because there's no way. Ego literally said himself, I'm never, whatever 3 he puts, I'm not playing them. Sei's the only exception because Sei's actually good with the sauce. He's actually just Hiyori Premium. We got Hiyori Light, right? He's Hiyori Premium. Right now, Hiyori is essentially just Sei Light, right? Like, Hiyori's the Sei we have at home. And even then, it was kind of buns in the Nigeria game. So, realistically, I don't even know how Nagi and or Kira and or whoever it is. It's probably not going to Kira. But, like, whoever, how are they even going to hit the pitch? Like, I think they can't. I highly doubt it. Let's see. To represent Japan in the final round of the U20 World Cup. Well, in the final round, not really. Like, presumably in the I'm assuming he means like elimination stage. Because you mean final round. Like, why would we play you in the last game if you have no team chemistry or team synergy? But let's see. Any other characters I recognize? Not from this back shot. Let's see. If you're one of those top 2, you'll receive my full support. I'll back you up in everything, from commercials to domestic and international transfer negotiations. I swear I'll do everything in my power to make you a star. See, I know. See, that's the thing. That's the thing, man. talks, man. Money talks, bro. Money talks. What can I say? What can I say? Money talks. And when money talks like that, man, I fight for it too. You know, I'm talking about the money. If you think it's like currently they're banned from ever playing and representing Japan. Like, obviously, a lot of the blue lockers could have easily just gone overseas, but, like, still, you want to represent your own country. I get that. So, like, being legally banned from and barred from ever playing in Japan due to losing original blue lock, this is the only way to actually, like, presumably override that ban. So I get why a lot of previous blue lockers would be like, please, blessing. And also, you know, absolute support. Though, obviously, we know it's, like, a slave contract, essentially, but still. Oh no! I'm making so much money in a field where I'd already have to be under this guy anyway. The horror. Baltic. Okay, geniuses. If you want everything soccer has to offer, then come in. The Blue Lock special. Wait, the Blue. The Blue. Get it over. The Blue Lock Project Special Edition. Red Key starts now. Side B. Okay. That's got it. I mean, like, obviously, side B and key rhyme, but it would have been so hilarious if he had actually named this Red Key. But he does keep it within the blue lock theming, because blue lock is like even the shirt he's wearing is a blue lock hat. Like it's all blue lock. I get why he keeps with the theming. But all right. Oh, this is the Messi of Amori or whatever. Like I remember everyone was hoping this character would end up doing something he never did. This is one of the brothers, right? The Wasuke brothers, or the Wasuke brothers, all the way from first selection. I remember one of them got through, and then one of them got locked off. But presumably both got locked off. I only see one brother here. This is the Tap-In merchant. This is the guy that was on Nico's team. You should be buns too, because you didn't even make it past first selection. Oh, and this is the guy from episode Nagi, all the way back from the first chapter episode Nagi, I do believe. So a couple previous characters. Any of them being relevant though? I doubt it. Especially these two. He didn't even make it in the blue lock. He got eliminated first. So he has no training, so he should be buns. He got eliminated in first selection, so he's maybe a little bit better, but he should be buns. He got eliminated. Actually, I think this is the brother that got cut off in first selection. Right? I remember only one of the brothers made it on. So like I think this may have been the guy who was cut in first selection, so you should be buns. And you just never did anything. So like despite being called the Messi of like you should also be buns. Like no matter what, I think everyone here is buns. Except for maybe but everybody should be buns. Except for Nagi. Let's see. Hey, dude, get a little bit of a move on. Kira, quit ore farm. You're not it. What's it? He's just ripping off ego. But these contracts are just shiny looking traps. I mean, but like, I'll be honest. I'm gonna say something that sounds a little crazy, a little mean with it. Leaning close. Doesn't the entire like sports system, like obviously you get paid, and I guess like if you look at it in a roundabout way, like the idea that you have to pay to live, right, in order to afford a home, to afford food, just like in a way, doesn't like the all draft systems, whether it be NFL, NBA, or any like system where like you stand up and they look at what you've done and they're like, yeah, you. And I guess you could go with interviews, but especially I feel like it's because like the physical side of it in sports, and especially it's very like auctioneer, like with the whole idea of like slave contracts, right? Like it's kind of always been like that. It's why even like it's always unnerved me. Don't get me wrong, I love to run, and I don't run as often as I used to, but I still do. I love speed, need for speed, and I did love running and racing and track. But very specifically, like football, it was always unnerving to me, right? It's just the idea, like, yeah, put all these people, a large majority happen to be people of color, put them all up there, draft them to your team, throw them at each other, let them destroy each other. Then they'll die at like 50 or younger. And then, yeah, we'll give them some money. Nowhere near the amount of money that they probably do deserve for absolutely, like, and I think it does vary sport by sport, right? I think football is the most egregious, not obviously football's in soccer, but like American football is like really, really egregious. Like, man, you want to talk about a brutal sport, multiple men are just paid to crash into each other and give each other brain damage over and over and over again. And even the ones that aren't, still do run the risk, right? Like, you can be a quarterback and still get tackled and still land the wrong way, and then, like, you're still in pain. So, no matter what, like, it's just a very brutal sport. And I think that's why I've always found it particularly weird. But I guess for, like, things like soccer and for things like basketball, it's not like but you still do destroy your body after a certain point. And I don't know. It's always the whole auctioneer system or like the whole draft system has always reminded me of like slavery. But with it being the case, he at least Kira knows. But note how he runs like everybody else, right? Oh, he's ripping off ego. These are constantly just shiny looking traps, but you're still going for it. You still a fiend for it. You're not special, Kira. Stop horror for it. Let's see. Oh, a new character. All right, but I doubt he's gonna be at all important. Looks like some former Blue Lock dropouts are here. Roger. His name is Kira, not Roger, alright. Huh? You too? No, I'm new to Blue Lock. I'm but a fresh batch Buratsuta-san, calling for the selection. The name's Hanaru Shindo, and I'm with Triple A from the Netherlands League. Is that legal? Can you, I mean, like, the name, this is gonna sound really bad. The name sounds like, well, like, I'm with Triple A from the Netherlands League. Well, I guess he may have just played overseas and then he came back. All right, so I guess that's fine. He looks older. Well, to be fair, look at that. So I guess this guy's probably like 19 or something. But interesting. Roger, though, that's weird. Let's see. And he's wearing camo. Is this guy, like, is this meant to be an army guy? I don't know. Let's see. Nice to meet you, Ryosuke. Japan's hope. Kira. I like how he winks at like Japan's hope, huh? What about that heroic demon king that got up there right now? I thought you were supposed to be somebody. That's crazy. Throwing shots immediately. Let's see. Yeah, same to you. Oh, well. At least he's cordial. But this is the thing though. We know that Kira's whole thing was that like he was cordial at first, but he believes him better. He believes himself to be Sei. But like, just as I can't really justify Kira either, considering they're both. Well, not I can justify Sei in a way I can't justify Kira. That's what I meant to say. Let's see. Are you one too? Sure am. It's on these cards they gave us when we got here, right? Looks like it's this way. This is crazy to think because like this is presumably still in the Blue Elf facility that the whole thing's taking place on. Like that, I guess like Eagle does have no control over that, but it's crazy to think they're just running all this at the same time. Like so, like are the Blue Lockers? I wonder like currently during the World Cup, right? Or do the Blue Lockers go home? Or are they just chilling in here right now? Or like training, presumably at the same time this is going on? Because they're home. They don't have to go anywhere. They don't have to stay in hotels. Well, let's say. I've got to say, I can't believe that the Ryosuke Kira couldn't hack it in Blue Lock. And now you're taking another crack at it? That's intense. You must really love Blue Lock, huh? I mean, when you think about it, isn't hate just another twisted form of love? Not really. Not at all. 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 Get out of any toxic relationships you're in. Don't do that. Don't take that excuse. No. No. Because I've said that before, and then a friend of mine who was like, oh, well, I'm going to go back to I was like, no. The woman doesn't like you. Stop it. And I had to say the same thing to a woman. That man doesn't like you. Stop it. So, no. Hate is not another form of love. I revoke that. I just said, no. Hate is just another form of obsession, and obsession isn't healthy. But let's say, no, it isn't healthy. But let's say, but I guess I have obsession with content creation. Is that healthy? I don't know. Obsession is weird. But still, hate is not a good thing. Don't go back to it. If someone hates you, or even seemingly hates you in a weird roundabout way, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Let's see. No. It's other trash. What's going on here is basically inhumane brainwashing. I took Buratsuto's offer so I could refute those methods. But like, I mean, I get what he means. But like, ultimately, the quote-unquote inhuman brainwashing does. Now, this is going to sound... Now, notably, I did go to college. I was lucky enough to be able to make it through college. And I'm not saying you need to go to college to, like, do anything. Like, you don't really... You can... In fact, and nowadays, you may be better off not going to college. Just figuring something else out. But even then, there have been better days. But all this to say, Kira sounds like an individual who speaks down on education, right? Whether it be college or not, just education in general, right? And an individual who's like, oh, well, you know, college sucks, college is worthless, you shouldn't learn anything, it's just brainwashing you. Ultimately, I think that if you can afford it and not absolutely devastate your life with, like, multiple houses worth of debt, as I've seen some people do, then I say the more education, the better. As long as the more you know, I feel like the more better off you are. I think the same case is here with Blue Lock, right? Where ultimately, it's the idea that the strong focus on self-actualization, self-development, and further understanding, destroying, and recreating yourself over and over and over again. That's like not only life in general. It's but no, literally, it's just that. It's life in general. It's a microcosm of what life is, where you consistently grow and grow and grow and grow. But ultimately, in order to grow, pieces of you need to die. Think about it, right? Like, the only way you get stronger is because your muscles are literally tearing themselves apart every time you work out, and they come back stronger. You are not the same you were a year ago. I think, what, like 98% of our biology or cells, like, die over the course of a year, but obviously you're still here because your cells just replace themselves. So, like, Blue Lock is that point of destruction and growth. So ultimately, knocking Blue Lock, when Blue Lock has made a man you considered absolute bummy garbage, the new ace of Japan, and the next upcoming great striker out there, another New Gen World 11 member potentially, and he's also contended with other New Gen World 11 members. Clearly, Blue Lock works. Heck, the fact that you're back at all, you're coping. Let's see. Gotcha. So you're like an anti-Blue Lock extremist, Roger? Yeah, he's okay. So this is that, like, from the camo to the Roger. Like, let's see. What does he even say here? Looks like some foreign Blue Lock participants. Oh, is he like is he on an earpiece? Because I don't know why he's saying Roger after everything. Like, notably, you say Roger when you're repeating. Like, I think, once again, I've never been in the army, but I think, like, you say Roger whenever you're like closing off a communication just to confirm somebody else heard it. So he could be on an earpiece. Like, he may literally be communicating with somebody because he says you're an anti-Blue Lock extremist, Roger, and then Kier say yeah. It's like, I don't know. Because you don't just be saying Roger, especially when no one's named Roger, unless. But who knows? Maybe that's just how he's like conditioned from the Netherlands League. I'm not sure how that goes. Let's see. Yeah, I risked it all to come back here. No, you didn't, dog. Hop off your own meat. Hop off your own tip. Let's see. So I can crush Blue Lock, and you. Good luck with that, buddy. Good luck with that. So I can crush Blue Lock and Yoichi Saki. Okay, Roger. Well, I guess he's cutting off his own command. Oh, whatever, that's fine. Uh-oh. Okay, Kira, wrap it up. Wait, so he may be fried. If this is at all a similar thing to the tag game, Kira may be fried twice by the two main characters. Hey, and that's the end of the chat. That's the end of part one. All right, hold on. Let me scroll a little further down so you can see it. Hey. It's wraps. Oh, it's wraps already. Okay. W little chapter. W little half a chapter. Reason I say that is I do like the introduction of Red Key. I know it's Blue Lock side. I'm calling it Red Key for the meme. So I do like the introduction of Red Key. Well, obviously there are a bunch of like filler designs because obviously I'm not expecting Namor to design 300 random new characters when he's already going to design like 300 random new characters in order to fill the random character spots of all the U20 teams. That man's already going to be working real hard. So I don't blame him for not designing super depth characters, but I do like the callback to some characters, and some of them are subtle, right? Like I only noticed Hiragi and Himizu. I'm not sure. I'm not going to look it up because I don't care that much. But still, I only recognize these two because of having Blue Lock episode Nagi in the mind because of Red Key. Just the nature of it and knowing Nagi was going to have to be here. So I do like the little subtle background references, and I do like the more advanced background references. Once again, this is an episode Nagi callback because this guy didn't exist in the main manga, I don't think. This is just a main manga callback and the main manga callback, and a very subtle main manga callback. A lot of people were obsessed with him, but like, he was kind of like the Kira that never cured. Or no, not the Kira. He's the Kira that never cured, where he was like hyped up by like a cool name and neat enough design, and then just like never did anything. Meanwhile, I think Hiragi was in a similar boat, but like he actually got to do things in episode Nagi. So that's cool just to see the callbacks. Then Buritsuta. I do like the ever-present theme where Buritsuta can't like escape Blue Lock, right? Like ultimately the theming, how it works, the structure of it all. He wants to be this big bad crazy guy in control, but look at the shirt he's wearing. Look at how he's running it. Look at the name of the project. Look at the little control he has over it in a way. He's only picking 2 people out. I know he's saving the 3rd spot for 3, but the idea that he only had 3 to pick in the first place. Ego's the one in control. Ego's the one who built the method. This is Blue Lock Project Side B, the 2nd letter of the alphabet. It's just side work. Buritsuta wants to be this big, bad, crazy, in control guy, but not only does he bow down to the FIFA world president, as we've seen just him do, we also know in many ways he bow downs and kowtows to Ego. Because ultimately, he's not him. Ego is the one carrying everything. I think the same, and ultimately, funnily enough, I think Kira is a really interesting reflection of Buratsuta, obviously just in the opposite position. Buratsuta is a character who has minimal control, but tries to stretch it as far as he can, and ultimately self-aggrandizes a whole lot, and gives himself a lot more importance to the success of Blue Lock than he actually has, even though he definitely is a major point of it, and Ego couldn't run the thing without him. But Kira stands in the opposite position, where he has nothing, was nothing, couldn't get at all into Blue Lock, yet seems to view himself as this great threat, this great higher being, this being beyond all comprehension. And thusly, he's here to judge everything, and he's gonna be the one to destroy Blue Lock and Yoichi Isagi, just in the same way that Buratsuta views himself as the one to destroy Blue Lock and Ego Jinpachi. But just like Buratsuta will never really be able to surpass or even meet the standards of Ego, neither will Kira be able to surpass and reach the expectations of Isagi. It is almost their focus on trying to be better or greater or reject their opposite that gives them the inability to. It's kind of like, funnily enough, I forget the content creator's name, pops up every once in a while on my FYP, but there's a content creator who talks about Metal Sonic, and very specifically he brought up the idea, and an idea that now that I know more about Metal Sonic, I agree with. The idea that the whole reason Metal Sonic can't surpass Sonic, despite being able to keep up with him over and over and over again, even though he's a machine, meaning he shouldn't be able to keep up, is this idea that since he defines himself so heavily by something else, despite of having the freedom to evolve and grow, he'll never be able to surpass the thing that he's modeling himself after, because that guy doesn't care. Sonic is an embodiment of freedom in the same way that Isagi is an embodiment of freedom in a way. The freedom to evolve, the freedom to destroy oneself, and Kira simply doesn't have that. He defines himself too much. And of course, it makes sense that he's put up against Nagi, of all characters, a person who actually has found that freedom, has found that passion, has found something, and will presumably get stomped on by Nagi. Because, in a way, Nagi got to experience Isagi and not grow to resent him, but grow to appreciate him and what he did for him. And now wants to surpass him, but in his own way, so he can become the greatest striker in the world. Nagi's much more borrow-coded in a way. While now, Kira is, ironically enough, kind of in the same position that Nagi was in the Neo Aegis League, and we saw where that got Nagi. But unfortunately, it doesn't sound like Kira's going to have a second chance after this one. And then, of course, there's Hanero Shindo. I mean, like, neat enough character design. I don't think he's going to be relevant all too. He's probably just, like, once again, another sort of filler character. We probably just need a third for this, or else it'd just be Kira and Nagi, so nice. I mean, if he does end up coming and being actually cracked and goated, that'd be cool too. I don't mind. He has a nice design, and I find it funny if Kira couldn't even make the extra team. I just think that'd be hilarious for all the Kira Cobras who are like, he's gonna come back and be the greatest in all of Blue Lock, and he just doesn't even make the side team. That'd actually be really funny. And if it was Hanero Shindo, I'm completely down with that too. Though once again, I don't see him being played. Just like I don't really see Nagi being played unless 14 players break their legs. Like, something needs to happen for Nagi to even hit the pitch. So, Kira is definitely not hitting the pitch, and I don't think Shindo's going to hit the pitch either. But I'm very intrigued to see where Red Key goes. So overall, made it for the 2-time or the 3-time NW chapter. If you didn't always see this review, this one isn't that thick, thankfully enough. It is actually less than 30 minutes. So, if you didn't always see this review, please do me a favor and leave Red Key. Why not? just leave Red Key. Or actually, leave Red Key in the comment section down below. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that leads up notifications so you do not miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, you do have a picture down below where you support me for as low as $1. Come on. These things, exclusive videos, early content, and more. Also, now become a member to the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So those perks include the live reactions to the series I am to review, early access to all my videos, and by all my videos, I mean all my videos, not just the review videos, I'll go into that perk separately, but not just all my videos on this channel, but all my videos on the second channel that go with the reaction, which is linked in the description down below. Those are reaction videos of all types, from all things Blue Lock, JJK, everything, Demon Slayer, all that good juicy stuff. On top of that, if you are a $3 member or higher of either patron or member, you'll get your name read aloud and not just listed at the end of every single video, but of course, if you are a patron or member, you get your name listed at the end of every single video to show my thanks from me to you. And then on top of that, we'll get unedited versions of the reviews, or like not unedited because every video is edited, but very specifically, you'll get versions of the reviews that actually like look normal and not have chunks of the chapter missing or are mirrored or this, that, and the third. I'm very scared. I like having a channel. Was at 3 strikes recently, so only pages and members are going to get completely unedited versions because an unlisted video can't get struck, and same thing with a members only video. They can't get struck, so bada bing, bada boom, you also get that perk. And also, if you want to drop 5 beans for a short video or 25 beans for a long video for the one time, the Ko-Fi is in the description down below. But now I want to thank you so much for watching, and hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with a Pencil, writing off. I'd like to thank you to our sketch tier members: Eternal Flame, Red Wolf 4765, Astro, Glacier XZ, Zera, Brandon Payne, J2MA, Guilmi, Buddha Uda, Enzo, Swift Strike, Superflame Zero, Yuki Ally, Azo2404, Striker Man, Grim, Ollie, The Boy, Corey Watson, Damon Brown, Magic, CCC, Armando Furen, Dino, Heath Nelson, Hector Gonzalez, Black Sage, Zapro, Tim Thomas, Alex Kenny, Kaving, Julian Perez, 8SOA, Akolade Babatunde, Union I, RXN, Nevis97, Sheesh King, Logan Guzman, Karina Hernandez, Window Life, Dead Meme, Karudir, Reyna, Christian Carter, Jagoda, Keon Stewart, and Donovan McIntosh. Then, I'd like to give a thank you to our line art tier patrons: A+A, Kevin Encarnacion, Sean, Midnight Lord 21, Dreads Owen, and Norgazi Andasov. Then, I'd like to give a thank you to our ink tier members: King RTX and Shrimpo the 4 Shrimp 06. And I'd like to give a thank you to our digital art tier members: J Warrior and AZ Void. And I'd like to give a final thank you to our colored art tier patrons: Walking Munoz and Walkie Munoz.